Yo, what is up guys, Gray here, and today we have got week number 2 of the APA Little Cup and also round 2 of the Jack Off. We're going up against my good friend Jack, aka the Don Fanatic, and his Norwich Skitty, and this time we are throwing hands in the baby form. So yeah, if you are hyped for the video, please do leave a like down below, because this is always going to be something special when it's a Jack Off. So yeah, no real proper team builder, I'm just going to go over the team. You can see the 6 that he brought. I'm trying to remember his team, but honestly it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago we played this. We played this super early. All I remember is he had a Bronzor. Like, the only one that he didn't bring that I thought he would bring was Bronzor. So yeah, as you can see he's got a 6 there, and I know he's got a Bronzor. Couldn't tell you what the other 3 are, but really professional. I'm bringing a Carvanha Life Orb with Waterfall, Crunch, Psychic Fangs and Protect, Fungus, Eviolite with Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Spore and Synthesis, Starly Choice Scarf with Double Edge, Brave Bird, U-Turn and Stillwing. Stillwing is obviously there for the Amora. Pancham with Eviolite, Drain Punch, Knock Off, Fire Punch and Swords Dance. Focus Sash Larvitar with Earthquake, Crunch, Taunt and Stealth Rock. And then Darumaka with a Salak Berry, Fire Punch, Break, Belly Drum and Substitute. So yeah, really interesting Darumaka set. We're going to see if that actually goes off in this match. But if he doesn't bring a Choice Scarf Staryu, and he doesn't bring Choice Scarf Voltorb, I think the only other thing that probably can outspeed it is Choice Scarf Amora, I think is a speed type. So yeah, if Darumaka has a chance to just sweep this game if I'm in the right position. But yeah, I won't go into too much more detail, we'll just go straight into this battle. I'm going to lead off with my Larvitar, getting off rocks against any of his leads. Like, the only thing that is a problem if he leads off with is the Amora and Staryu. And man, how much intro time is there for this? That's... God damn, we've been sitting here for ages. That's like 30 seconds. Okay, there we go. Yeah, shout out to Lantern Joe. I forgot to put this in my UPBA battle, but shout out to Lantern Joe for recording. Again, this guy is just the absolute goat. He's constantly recording in both leagues that I'm currently in, so yeah, massive shout out to him. Why is this going so slow? There we go, now we're at full speed. I hope you enjoyed that slow motion intro to the battle. Unfortunately it leads to Staryu, so it's not the ideal situation. However, I'm just going to stay in. I don't want to go out into my Fungus. It's the most obvious switch of my life, and I'm just going to go ahead and get Earthquake damage off on this, because damaging the Staryu is like the most important thing, because it can just beat my entire team. It does have the coverage to do so, and putting it down to this range at least means now my Choice Scarf Starly goes, like, can absolutely just 1v1 it. Pancham can also 1v1, and I believe I can take a hit from with Fungus. So yeah, not a bad start to the battle. Obviously losing Tyranitar, Larvitar first turn, not ideal. And here I'm so close. I am so close to clicking Stillwing. I think I spent the entire timer just deciding between U-Turn and Stillwing, and unfortunately I go for U-Turn. It would be great if I had gone for the Stillwing and just knocked out this Aurora, Amora. But unfortunately not the case, because looking at the damage, that U-Turn damage, fairly sure Stillwing will just O-code. So unfortunate, but it does mean I can bring in my Pancham, and I can knock off whatever comes in. Knocking off an Eviolite on the Growlithe, which seems like the most obvious switch, is really nice. And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. He does have the Intimidate, which kind of sucks, but it does mean that my Darumaka can throw off a Fire Punch for free because he doesn't have Flash Fire. And for some reason I just didn't predict this Will-O-Wisp at all. I think it was a case of, like, I could have gone out into my Darumaka there, but decided against it. Instead I go for the Drain Punch. Maybe should have gone for a Swords Dance, because actually what can this thing do? Flare Blitz, looking at the calc, was not doing a lot of damage at all. So yeah, I could quite easily have done something completely different. And he goes out into his Voltorb, was like, I actually do Swords Dance on this turn. And it's just put me in an interesting position. I'm at +1 now. If he goes back out into... Well, I'm at +1, but I'm burnt. So I'm technically at, what, -2 at the moment. So he goes ahead and Volt Switches straight back out into his Growlithe, put me back at back at half attack. And I'm fairly sure I'd go for a knockoff here, which is a really bad play. I don't know why I didn't expect the Volt Switch. or if I expected him to go into something different, I don't really know. But that seemed like a really obvious switch back into his Growlithe, especially because I'm there setting up. He really doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't want me to be back at neutral attack stat, so yeah, he's going to go for the Morning Sun. I predict this and go for another Swords Dance, try and get as much attack back as I can. And at this point we're, I guess, at -1 in total with that burn. And I'm still out of range of the Flare Blitz. That was like the main thing I looked at, was whether or not Flare Blitz could kill me. And judging at the health he was at, I really felt like he was going to Morning Sun. And yeah, that Flare Blitz is not going to kill me, and Drain Punch is actually going to do a good amount of damage. All things considered, that is very good damage. I will absolutely take it. Unfortunately, I don't get enough health back to be able to live next Flare Blitz, but it does now put him in a position where if he wants to Morning Sun, he's going to not actually be able to win this 1v1. So he kind of is forced to go for either a Flare Blitz, well, actually just for a Flare Blitz, because Close Combat we're not taking out from there. And that means that I can come in with my Darumaka, and I mean, I haven't seen Close Combat yet. I'm hoping that he just doesn't have it and he switches out here. So I go for a sub and he stays in, which kind of like immediately I was like, okay, well, he's got to have Close Combat. The only reason he would stay in this case is because he has it. And so I just need to click sub 2 more times, and I'm actually in a pretty good place because a lot of his teams doesn't appreciate Darumaka. However, I am dumb as shit, and I click sub for a second time, absolutely fine, no problem, go Close Combat. Again, that's great, all good. And I think here I expected him to go for a Morning Sun, and that doesn't really matter at all. I just go for the sub, and if he lets me keep my sub, then I break twice and kill it. But instead, I don't get my Salak Berry. I decide I'd rather just, you know, throw my Darumaka away for no reason and go for the Fire Punch there. So, not ideal. He goes for the Scald, so it's going to take me out. Darumaka kind of didn't have a role anymore because it didn't outspeed anything, if I remember rightly, other than the Togepi. And like, Togepi can take the hit just fine. I do need to sub up before the Togepi came in to be able to do anything. So yeah, Darumaka I played awfully with. That was so dumb. Like, I don't know what I was doing. And yeah, we're going to go out to our Carvanha and just hit anything with a Waterfall, because he has nothing on his team that really wants to take the hit anymore. So yeah, puts us in a good place, but this Togepi is kind of annoying. In team prep, I did expect the Togepi to turn up and knew that my Fungus could actually check it 100%. Depending on what it was running, if it was like a nasty plot set, then it may have actually just won this game. I don't know, but he throws off the Dazzling Gleam. I guess for him, Carvanha is too much of a threat to mess around with, so yeah, he just throws off the Dazzling Gleam. We take that like it's nothing, and I see no reason to not just go for the Sludge Bomb. If he goes down to Amora, then what do I have? I guess I just sack off Starly at that point, as he does actually just go into his Amora after I knock out his Staryu. And Starly has like no means of still being around. I believe this is actually a Choice Scarf Amora at this point. I don't know what it was, something just because it wasn't Scarf Voltorb, it wasn't Scarf Staryu. I kind of just thought maybe it's Scarf Amora. And if that was the case, then Starly would have to, I think, rely on the speed type. It might have actually be outsped me generally. But yeah, because I think he's Scarfed, Hyper Voice is not going to do enough damage, and Waterfall would take it out. So I assumed that he would want to go and switch out probably to his Togepi, which, I mean, that just dies to 2 Waterfalls. Instead he goes out into his Voltorb, and that thing just drops. Like, I don't know how frail Voltorb is, but goddamn, that is some damage. We get our speed boost, which means that he can't go back out into his Amora even, and it means that I can switch back out into my Fungus again. And unless he predicted this and went out into his Aurora, then we're in a really good place. So it's, I believe, a 2v2 at this point. I think it's just Amora and Togepi versus Fungus, and sorry, no, he has Axew as well. At this point, I've shown Sludge Bomb, and that is it. I have not shown any other moves, and he may think I have Foul Play for his Axew. He may not actually know what I'm going to go for, but I think Sludge Bomb seemed like a really likely play. It was a 2-hit KO on the Togepi. So I predict this and go for the Spore. Even if I Spore the Togepi, I then just go for Giga Drains after that to stop him from being able to get his Amora in. because Giga Drain, I believe, would actually just take it out from this range. So we actually get the Amora asleep, and that's fantastic. I expected him to want to stay in there and just try and kill a few turns asleep, but like I said, Giga Drain would actually just knock it out. So I just go for the Giga Drain. He hasn't actually seen it at that point, so I didn't know whether he was going to stay in or not. And he actually reveals the Flamethrower, so yeah, if this was a nasty plot set, it would have been a bit of an issue. But he gets to burn on the Flamethrower as well. I guess that is Serene Grace, so it makes sense. But in return, we're going to get the Sludge Bomb off, and we are also going to poison him. So I guess all fair in terms of hacks in this round. So we're in a really good position at this point. He can't really keep his Togepi around anymore. So I'm just going to go for the Synthesis, and it turns out it's actually a Speed tie. And the one Speed tie I don't want to win, I actually win, because if I manage to get the Synthesis off after he attacks me, then I'd be in a better amount of health. But he actually just goes for the Dazzling Gleam. Whether he expected me to think he was going to go for Flamethrower and go into the Carvanha, I don't know. But there was no world in which I did that. I always just Synthesis up. And now we're in a position where his Axu can just win the game. If he has Dragonium Z, then yeah, he just wins, because he just set up a Dragon Dance here, and then Z-Dragon it into Outrage, and he would just win. Fortunately for me though, it turns out that he's not actually a Z user this week. Whether he had one, I don't know. I don't remember if his Star U was, but that Sludge Bomb's going to do a good amount of damage. I am going to go down to an Outrage, like that's just going to happen, but it does mean now that I can protect with my Carvanha, and then I can just sweep up the rest of the game. So I had to quickly look over at my team, and I realised I actually made my Carvanha adamant, which meant that after a protect, this is actually a speed tie. So I can still lose this game, and it completely comes down to a 50-50, a coin flip, whether or not I outspeed and get the crunch off and win the game, or whether he gets the outrage off and he wins the game. Fortunately, we go fast. So yeah, this is going to wrap up the game, because obviously his Amora can't take a Waterfall, and at this point, yeah, Carvanha, it picks up his second and third kills of the game. It's certainly put in a lot of work this week, and yeah, I'm getting very dry here, so I'm better. Yeah, good game to Jack. Really fun one actually. It was kind of a 50-50. It could have gone either way, but Carvanha came through in the end, and that's all that matters. We're going to pause the video at that point. So yeah, good game to Jack. Jack off round 3 is going to happen. It'll be in PTL at some point. I think it's not until like the end of the season, so it's probably not going to be a few more months until we get another Jack off, which is really sad for me. But you know, we're still going to have us with Soul Link and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you did enjoy the battle, then please do leave a like. Your support is greatly appreciated. Without rambling on too much, I should probably say that I got John Jr. next week. I say, is it John Jr. or is it Panther? Panther is week 4. But yeah, we have John Jr. next week. Another guy who I've got to know recently. He's a really great guy. So really looking forward to that battle. And the matchup is actually pretty even, I would say. So it should be a good one. Make sure to check it out next week. And yeah, without rambling on too much, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.